Welcome you all to our fresh episode of Saturday with Sumit. Today we have Mr. Venkatesh Nurani, who is the participant of HR Analytics batch 9th with Indian Institute of Management Rohtak. He just completed the program and we welcome him to Saturday with Sumit episode. Thank you so much, sir, for coming here today and joining me in the discussion Saturday with Sumit. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me, and I'm actually pleased with the invite that I got from Newland, and I'm willing to share whatever I've learned from the 9th batch of HR Analytics.
Right. Since the program has just got over, I think you recently got the certificate also. How the journey has been so far with the institute, with Newland specifically? Did anyone approach you for the program initially from Newland?
Well, I did see a few ads on the social media, and I thought that since analytics is probably going to be the big thing going forward, so I thought it could something which could enhance my learning skills, and then probably on the day-to-day working in my current role as well as what I expect to be doing in the future. So that actually excited me, because considering that I have a mathematical background, I have a master's in mathematics and statistics, has been one of my subjects, but then that's many years ago. So it actually, the course helped me to get back to my basics of statistics.
Right. And as I understand that you had worked in UAE for close to 20 odd years, and then coming to India, taking up a course like this. So what was going in your mind, especially although your background was statistics and all, and you want to do something into analytics? What was the reason of choosing specifically this program? There are a lot of programs around in the market today.
See, as I'm not too sure if you've had a look at my Facebook post, I had a dream as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, that I needed to have some sort of a certification from the Indian Institute of Management.
Yeah.
I have a few friends who've all graduated from IIMs, and I see them, and then I feel pride in being associated with them.
Right.
But then now I can proudly say that I've joined them as a matter of fact.
Right.
So, I mean, IIM has been something which I've always wanted to have, and a certificate from IIM at least.
Right.
And considering that statistics was one of my subjects while I was doing my masters, and maths has always interested me, and analytics has been something which I've been very fond of. Even today, I mean, I'm a very avid cricket. I mean, what I would say, not exactly a connoisseur. I would probably say probably one of the most passionate cricket fans.
Wow.
So I keep analyzing.
You must be busy these days watching IPL.
I do watch a bit of IPL, yes, but I keep analyzing as to what, where, how things could have happened.
Right.
So, and then I've been very fond of these cricketing analysis that are done. The Duckworth, Lewis.
You watch match from analytics perspective.
I mean, analytics perspective, but the cricketer in me is always.
Enjoy your time also.
That's true.
Right. That's great. That's great. And I think 3.5 months, especially during pandemic, were you able to manage your work life? Was there anything difficult for you to take up this program?
Yes, I mean, since ours is more an EPC project-oriented organization, yes, we did have challenges operating from home. I mean, considering that there are a lot of engineering designs, drawings, and then a lot of interaction required between each of the departments, it was a bit of a challenge. Yes, but then I think going by what is happening now, this is probably going to be the way of life.
Right.
But as I said, I mean, we've started working from offices, not to a great extent, but yes, we started operating from our offices with about 40-45-50% attendance. But at our site locations, we're working at 100%.
Right. And what's your role in the organization as such?
I actually head the administration for the India projects. So I take care of all the administration at the three project locations, as well as the offices in Gurgaon.
Right.
So I mean, the only thing that I'm actually missing now is my travels to site, because I used to travel very often to site, because I'm somebody, as I said, with a lot of analytical approach. So I want to be there.
In the southern part of the country, right?
The one we have got it in Rajasthan, one in Kerala, and one in Andhra.
Right. And because of travel restrictions that
travel restrictions, plus we do not want to take the risk of, commuting the pandemic for whatever reasons.
One should avoid as much as we can.
That's true.
So things can be managed virtually nowadays, So the acceptability is there now. People were rigid before in taking up courses also online, but we have seen a lot of people from different industries looking, forward for these kind of programs. Right. And since you're completing the program, so what one thing which you feel that really added in your profile with respect to analytics, although you've been there in the industry for quite some time, I'm sure you were able to relate a lot of things you have been already doing. One thing which you feel that, yes, I was not aware of, and this is something which I can use now.
See, I mean, I've worked on Excel for a few years, but I never realized that there were a lot of other analytical tools which I was exposed to, for example, Tableau or SPSS or R, etc. And I didn't realize that there was so much into analytics these days. I actually felt that I had missed out quite a lot of these for not having gone involved with such courses earlier. But yes, I did learn quite a lot of it, and I think I should really be very thankful to the professors. I can understand the challenges that they've had of conducting virtual classes when they probably are more comfortable doing classroom sessions. It's been a wonderful, wonderful session for us, and I'm taking back a lot of learnings from this.
Yeah, I was able to relate because I also come from an HR background, so spent around 16 odd years in HR and then started off my own venture. So HR analytics or HR as a subject is very close to my heart. And this particular program, when we were designing, we were looking at a lot of other factors, like you said, Tableau, SPSS and all. When I meet HR people, they share that we were not aware of that these kind of tools are available, or even if it is available, how you relate with case studies and the real life situations. I think that's very important. Absolutely. So one thing which you like to share with people who are aspiring to do a course like this or getting into analytics per se.
Okay, what I would say is basically any HR person today or anybody related to HR and human resources, etc. What I feel is they should basically have a look at such courses, undertake them, because what happens is when you are interacting within your organization or looking at presenting data to your superiors, the senior management in the organization, what they are looking at is what is managing my organization. Like for example, my project at the course was implementation of balanced scorecard. I mean, that's where I actually learned that HR, in addition to doing, recruiting people or managing people, etc., play a very, very critical role in managing the organization itself per se. Like it adds on to customer perspectives, it adds on to the financials, it adds on to a lot of learning and development. These are things which I think every HR person should actually look into for further enhancing their careers, as well as looking to help the organization. Because these days, from whatever I have been seeing across in the markets, is basically that a lot of people are looking at multi-skilled, multi-talented people. So basically, these courses would enhance any individual in his career.
And any which ways, HR nowadays needs to be transactional as well. Data speaks, So unless and until you have a data in place, I think decision taking will be a tough task for any CHRO or CXO around in the organization. And you mentioned that you were a part of a project on a balanced scorecard. So were you only managing the project, or there were other team members around?
No, we had, each project team was comprised of about 10, 11 members.
Right.
And then I was, as I said, I'm a cricket fan and a very passionate cricket fan, and I was very fortunate that my team had 11 members, which is exactly what you have in the cricket team.
Wow.
So I related myself to that. And it so happened that I was the odd man out. I was the only man working with 10 women.
Right.
So they probably asked me to lead like probably a captain of a team. So my job was very, very, very simple, very easy, because the rest of the team had so much of inputs coming in that I felt very comfortable in getting the thing done.
I think just not learning from academicians, I think you also had an opportunity to learn from other peer members, and especially when you work on a project. I think a lot of interactions happening around,
Very true.
Checking with people. They share their own set of experiences.
Very true.
Absolutely. And how has been the support from Newland? Were you happy the way team helped you?
Yeah, they've technically been, overall it's been a good support, very good support, I would say, from the Newland team. And they managed it beautifully, considering that there are people participating from various locations. You needed to be sure that all the technicals are in place, the IT systems, the WebEx systems, the presentations. The professor is sitting at probably Rohtak or I think one of the professors was probably working out from a co-working space and then giving us a presentation. And then I know there have been participants in our group from America, from UAE, from Qatar, I mean, a lot
It's
of
a very
the
diversified group actually.
So I mean, and so the team has managed beautifully.
Right. One message you want to give out to people who are looking at starting their career in HR now, after their fresh MBAs are over now, they're looking out for opportunities. So any one message that you want to give out to people?
I mean, for any person, whether irrespective of which discipline he or she is taking up, all that one needs to look at is, do not look at this as a job. Look at it as a passion. Do your work with passion. Do not look at results. Results will automatically follow at any time. And all that you need is to devote yourself with passion, work with passion, and take ownership of what you're doing.
Truly said. I think with your experience, I'm sure people, when they see this episode, some sort of inspiration coming from a person like you who has spent more than 20 years, not only in India, even abroad also you had worked, and you're taking up a course after such a long time. As you mentioned that you had a dream to pursue a course from Indian Institute of Management, and there's no limit for learning. So one should always be open when it comes to new topics or new things coming up in the market. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me here today on this episode. Pleasure meeting you, and thank you so much for watching us. As you heard him saying that there is no limit as such when you're looking out for opportunities in the market, and especially people who are completing their post-graduation in HR. I think analytics is one subject. I also personally, encourage every HR profession to look at things from a transitional perspective as well. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next step. Thank you.